Once in a quiet town, nestled between rolling hills and winding rivers, there lived a boy named Rohan. To everyone who knew him, Rohan was the very picture of laziness. He would sleep late, skip his chores, and avoid any task that required effort. His mother often shook her head in exasperation, wishing her son would show the smallest spark of ambition. His father, a hard-working carpenter, would try to encourage him, but Rohan always found new and creative ways to escape responsibility. Rohan's days passed in a haze of indolence. He would spend his mornings lounging on the porch, watching the clouds drift by, and his afternoons lying in the shade of the old banyan tree, lost in his daydreams. His friends soon stopped inviting him to play, knowing he would only complain about the heat or how tired he felt. Even the family's dog, Bruno, began to seek out more energetic company. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Rohan's grandmother came to sit beside him. She was a gentle soul, wise and patient, with a twinkle in her eye that hinted at mischief. She brought with her a small, battered book, its cover faded and its pages yellowed with age. "Rohan," she said softly, "would you listen to a story?" Rohan shrugged, too lazy even to protest. His grandmother began, her voice weaving a tale of a magical garden where every seed, no matter how small, had the power to grow into something magnificent if tended with care and patience. She spoke of a boy, much like Rohan, who believed he could do nothing right. But one day, the boy decided to plant a single seed. Each morning, he gave it a drop of water, hardly more effort than lifting a finger. Days turned to weeks, and the seed began to sprout. Encouraged, the boy added another drop, then another. Slowly, the tiny plant grew. It became a sapling, then a tree, and finally a sprawling orchard, bearing sweet fruits that fed the entire village. As the story ended, Rohan's grandmother closed the book and looked at him kindly. "Small habits, my dear, are like seeds. They may seem insignificant at first, but with time and patience, they can transform your life." Rohan scoffed. "What difference can a drop of water make?" His grandmother smiled. "Try it and see." That night, as Rohan lay in bed, her words echoed in his mind. He wasn't convinced, but something about the story lingered. Perhaps, he thought, there was no harm in trying. After all, it was just one small thing. The next morning, instead of sleeping in, Rohan decided to make his bed, a task that took less than a minute. It felt odd, almost pointless, but he remembered the story and let it be. The following day, he made his bed again and, feeling a bit adventurous, swept the floor as well. The next day, he added watering the plants in the courtyard to his routine. Each habit was tiny, so small that it didn't feel like work at all. Days rolled into weeks, and something extraordinary began to happen. Rohan found himself waking up a little earlier, just so he could finish his new habits before breakfast. His room, once a mess of clothes and books, became tidy and inviting. The plants he watered daily flourished, their leaves a vibrant green, and their flowers bright with color. Even Bruno noticed the change, wagging his tail in delight as Rohan tossed him a ball each morning. With each small habit, Rohan felt a quiet sense of accomplishment. He began to realize that effort, even in its tiniest form, had the power to change things. When his father needed help in the workshop, Rohan offered to fetch tools and sweep the floor. At first, he did only a little, but as his confidence grew, so did his willingness to help. His father, surprised but pleased, started teaching him how to use the tools. One day, Rohan's friends stopped by and saw the transformation. They invited him to join their game of cricket, expecting the usual excuses. But this time, Rohan agreed. Though he was clumsy at first, his friends cheered him on. With practice, his skills improved, and he became an integral part of the team. Rohan's teachers noticed changes at school as well. He began to submit his homework on time, and though his answers weren't always perfect, his effort was clear. His marks slowly improved, and so did his curiosity. He started reading books from the library, fascinated by stories of explorers, inventors, and dreamers who changed the world through steady, persistent effort. Months passed, and the once lazy boy had grown into someone new. The secret, Rohan realized, wasn't in making huge changes or dramatic resolutions. It was in the quiet power of small habits, tiny actions repeated daily, like drops of water nurturing a seed. One evening, as the family gathered for dinner, Rohan's grandmother smiled at him knowingly. She didn't have to say a word. Rohan understood now what she had meant all along. He was living proof that small habits, patiently tended, could yield the sweetest fruits. Rohan's story spread through the village, inspiring others who felt stuck or overwhelmed by their own challenges. People began making their own small changes, tidying a corner of their homes, taking a daily walk, or spending a few minutes learning something new. The village blossomed with new energy, all sparked by the simple lesson of a lazy boy who learned the surprising power of small habits. In the end, Rohan's journey taught him, and everyone around him, that greatness isn't built overnight. It begins with a single humble step, a small habit, repeated with patience and care, that grows into a path leading to unexpected places. And so, with each new day, Rohan continued to nurture his habits, knowing that even the smallest effort, given time, could change the world.